The Good Guy Experience.
What's up, everybody? We are the Good Guy Experience, and once again, we are back. I am your host. Hey, I had to get help with my name this week, y'all. Mr. Dandrix Du Bois is in the building, y'all. Dandrix Du Bois, thank you. I'm in the building. And to my right, we got Black Pearl in the building. Everybody, Black Pearl is in the building. Give her a round of applause. All right, we got Mr. Tyrone in the house. Tyrone is in the building, everybody. Tyrone. We got, coming back. Uncle Kane is in the building, everybody. Uncle Kane is in the house. Welcome back, Uncle Kane. And we got Masterminds with Issa in the building. Lady T, what's up, T? How you doing? All right. And we got a special guest in the building. We got Rambo Lynn, the one, the only.
I want my camo just for the show.
Rambo Lynn is in the building, everybody. Thank you for coming on. Lynn. It's a pleasure to have you. How is everybody feeling tonight?
Man, I'm good.
That's what I like to hear. Lady T, how we feeling tonight? Huh?
Hey, taking the blessings, learning lessons. That's all.
Uncle Kane, it's been a minute. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm glad to be back.
I know that's right. Hold on, Tyrone, how we feeling? I know you're in education. How's it going for you, man?
Hey, man, first day I cried. I'm good now. So you gotta get that first morning cry out before you hit the parking lot.
Well,
take a deep breath and then I'm all right now though.
Right. Let me tell you.
Tyrone was in his car like this. Don't do it.
Hey.
Don't do it.
Black Pearl, how you feeling?
Can't complain. I can't complain.
All right, so guys, let me tell you about my day. So let me tell you, man, I'm excited about the new school year. I'm very excited. Today, for the first time ever, don't get me wrong, I've had some great administrators in the past, but my assistant principal today, she prayed with me, y'all. She said, sit down, Mr. Austin, and we're gonna pray together. We're gonna do that right now. She said, I can pray for you later when you get home, or I can pray for you right now. She left the doors open and everybody, so everybody can hear the prayer and everything like that. And I'm gonna tell you, I was moved to tears today. But I know it's going to be a great year. The first day back for a lot of educators. So give a round of applause to educators in the building, y'all.
Hallelujah!
So that was something that was real special to me. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with our topics. We're going to start off with one topic. I don't know how well you can see this, guys, but I wanted to get everything in. We were talking about Lizzo in the comments earlier, and they got a lot of people talking today. Lizzo, somebody posted in Facebook, said Lizzo wants men she's not qualified for. LOL. Drake, a couple of NBA players turned her down, and Captain America, Chris Evans, and other YouTube boys didn't want her either. She needs to pursue or be open to men on her sexual marketing value tier. LOL. The truth is, men with money have better options, and the question is, why would they choose her? She's going to have to do what Adele did and drop 500 pounds. I don't know if it's that much. Come on, guys. 500 if she wants a man in the celeb circle. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about?
I call it bullshit. Let me tell you something. Have whoever the hell I have. I don't care what your financial status is. You pay me. Y'all got me messed up. So get what you want, baby girl. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different.
Okay. So is the measure of her womanhood based on what men find her attractive? That doesn't make sense.
Y'all got, hey, look now. Okay, is that how we feeling, ladies? Because you're gonna have to reverse that and keep that same energy on the other side. Because there's also, I don't have the meme, but there's also a meme of Phase in Love and Morris Chestnut. One of them said this is sexual harassment, Phase in Love, versus this is flirting with Morris Chestnut. So now you gotta have two sides of the same coin.
Wait,
you can't say
I'm not saying
go for it, honey.
Wait, I'm not saying that women do not look at men and say, okay, that's not my type, whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the measure of a man nor a measure of a woman is based on who they attract. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so here's my take on it. The same person who said what he said couldn't get Lizzo on her worst day. So I don't understand how does he have the right to say anything about that woman
considering the fact that he's not on her level. Forget about the fact that she's a bigger, thicker woman. There's some men out there that like a BBW. So but at the end of the day, ain't nobody.
It's not for everybody. It's not for
everybody, but he definitely needs to take a stadium of seats, because at the end of the day, if she is confident enough to shoot her shot, then let her shoot her shot. And if they turn her down, that's none of your business. Just saying. You know what I mean? Like that had me all messed up. I was like, wait, so we going okay.
My question is, I don't know, why has it got people so messed up? One, who is that guy?
Who is you?
So I'm saying it's like we got used to the internet, y'all. People got opinions, and they're gonna put them out there, and you can see them now. But we give it so much power, everybody gets mad and riled up. I don't know that dude. She don't know me.
We're not gonna know him in another 2 days.
People who don't even know Lizzo. Lizzo don't know him worth nothing. Fighting over some dude in his basement in his drawers,
in his mama's house,
and going after each other. And she good. I don't know. But let me say this though. If you don't like somebody, just don't like them. Like, you ain't got to post why you don't like them. I wouldn't. I mean,
and you spend so much energy. You spend so much energy hating someone where you could take that and put it in a positive. It takes a lot of energy to dislike somebody.
What I'm going, hold on, before I say what I got to say, because Uncle Kane, he like, look, man. Uncle Kane, it's been 2 episodes. We about to unleash Uncle Kane on y'all. Kane, bless the congregation for us real quick.
Look, we got and I don't know, in this society, we got a problem with, all right, you might not agree with old boy opinion. I mean, me personally, I don't. I think that everybody can do whatever they want to do. I don't believe in, like, you have a level to be on. But we don't have the same energy when females say this. We don't. At the end of the day, matter of fact, I've counseled females. One female actually told me, I feel insulted that he would even approach me.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is some old BS garbage right here. Look, don't get me wrong. I do not agree with what the brother said.
Women say that before.
Brothers take that from females on a regular basis.
Well, it happens on both sides, though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The energy wasn't the same on both sides, though. If you gonna feel like this on this side, you better feel like that on the other, because Uncle Kane gonna come for you. Exactly. I'm just saying.
I just feel like
don't get me wrong. Look,
I think people struggle with body image so much.
Hey,
if you don't like it, I'm gonna tell you, shut the fuck up. If you don't like it,
it's 3 dudes up here. It's 3 dudes up here. We all been rejected by a girl at some point in our life.
But the difference
based on I'm saying based on our physical characteristics or our financial characteristics, we were rejected by a female. Miss me with the garbage just because they don't like her because she big. Look.
Well, all 3 of y'all are married, so somebody like
But here's the
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. Somebody, hold
on. Let him finish, Lynn.
Let me finish though. There's somebody for everybody.
Right.
Amen. Don't get it twisted. That's why I don't look. That's why I don't get look. That's why I don't. I'm not going to castrate the man for having an opinion, but me personally, I disagree with him because it's somebody for everybody. April married me. I'm about 300 pounds, so I'm just saying it's somebody for everybody.
I like him big.
You feel what I'm saying? But that is his opinion. And in this climate, if you're gonna feel like that for when he says that, I want to see the same energy the next time they say something about somebody like Faison Love or Rick Ross. That's all I'm saying.
Faison, baby.
Can I say something real quick? Can I say something real quick? I just want to say something real quick. I understand that, but the difference is it's the level of, to me, disrespect to that woman that was unnecessary and in front of everybody. That's the part that bothers me. If you don't like Lizzo and you're not checking for her and you saying that, okay, whatever, but as you put it on a platform where we're sitting here talking about it, Not everybody gets rejected and the world sits and talks about it. You know what I'm saying? This girl has been through a lot this week. She went through a lot this week. She just came out with came out with that song. Everybody's clowning her and everybody's giving her struggles and stress. This is the same woman who was so, to watch her feel the way she, to watch her, react the way she's reacting to people being mean to her. This is a woman whose confidence was on 1,000. And the way people are taking her down like that, I think that's the problem in and of itself. So as much as you saying that about dudes, I get you. I understand. My son is 325 pounds. So I already know that there's going to be, I don't know what kind of woman is going to, gravitate towards him. But what I don't like is the fact that everybody has to see it. That's the part that bothers me.
But it's not always because someone is big. That's what I'm saying. It's not always. There are people who are super skinny who struggle with the same thing.
Matter of fact, did y'all see the joint? Yeah. Did y'all see the joint about Tyra Banks and Mary J. Blige? And Mary J. Blige was picked on because she had certain physical characteristics. That happens all the way across the board.
All the time. Look, you have people injecting themselves with cement.
Right.
So they have a booty. Like, are we serious right now?
Look, matter of fact, it was a dude that died in New York. It was a guy that died in New Jersey because this chick injected silicone into his penis.
Oh.
Did we forget about that?
Well, let me say this. Let me say this.
Did we forget about that? Look, that's what I'm saying. On a regular basis, miss me with the garbage.
Hold on, everybody. Let me say this. I agree. I'm with Kane. Ladies, you do have the right to say, honey, keep going. Don't let people tear you down and everything like that. But I agree with Kane also. With men don't get that type of love. Case in point, where was this brother's love when people posted this meme? Where was Faison love? Where was Faison love? Don't be back there laughing because I know y'all
don't think that's Faison. Is that Faison?
Yes, that's Faison. Don't you do that. Don't do that. You know who that is. That's Big Perm, y'all.
No, I'm serious. He looks like him, but I don't think that's him.
That's Big Perm.
So where was the love? Where was the go ahead, Faison?
I didn't see that.
Don't worry about Faison. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about what people say. It ain't harassment. It's flirting. So what I'm saying is, women, sometimes you go to bat for each other. Like, go ahead, honey. Nobody cares, Lizzo. Go ahead, do it. Do you, baby? And then when a man gets dissed, it's like, oh, he deserves it. He in a different bracket. I mean, men, we gotta go through a lot, man. We gotta be we gotta be thuggish enough. We gotta be caring enough. We gotta be financially stable enough. We gotta be.
Comparison of if men and women have it tougher. We all have it tough, just on different sides of the fence. And I cannot compare a man's weight with a woman's, and I don't mean physical weight. I mean the weight of being a woman with the weight of being a man. It is tough on both sides. I, as an African-American woman, cannot be an African-American man. I don't know what it feels like, nor do you know what it feels like to be African-American woman. So, that being said, yes.
I don't know. Some of these niggas do. I'm just saying. Oh, y'all, look, I done told y'all, Unc is back. Look, it is what it is.
Hold on. I gotta mute you 1 second, Uncle Kane. The Good Guy Experience loves all people of all races and every kind of love whatever you love. The Good Guy Experience love you, baby.
This ain't a baby show now. Come on now.
Look, we grown. I'm just saying.
I can't, Lord.
Some of these dudes know how it is to be a female more than the female.
Lord, have us.
And once again, the Good Guy Experience has no discrimination towards those people whatsoever. We love everybody that comes in here and loves us.
Welcome back, Uncle.
Don't get it twisted. I love you. But I'm a it is what it is.
He said what he said and he meant what he said. But I love you,
All right, guys. The reason that we are here tonight, we have a very serious topic. Us versus us. What is the problem with Black discrimination within the Black community? So often, and people call it cooning or whatever if you say it, but what about Black on Black crime, or what about Blacks hating on Blacks? But it does happen. Why is that? Why do we have such a hate for each other? Why do we discriminate towards each other? And when we're all fighting the same race, we're all jumping the same hurdles, why is it that we can't seem to get along?
Why don't we start with Lynn? That's our guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a very loaded question. I just, when you said all of that, I thought about the Kanye song when he first came on his first album, All Falls Down, and he had like a whole verse about like, you know, a lot of stuff. Like he said a lot in that one verse. Like the way we come across to each other sometimes I think has a lot to do with our own perception of ourselves. I think that has a lot to do with it, right? So like one of the things that sparked this whole conversation was the fact that I was talking about colorism and how being a dark-skinned woman or being dark-skinned wasn't cute until Tupac said the darker the berry, the sweeter.
It's still not. It's not still all. Not still.
I mean, but again, it wasn't until then. And then that happened. And then all of a sudden, Lupita Nyong'o came out. And then after that, Beyonce said brown skin girl. So it's like that was like literally how it worked out for me in terms of my being dark skinned. I've always been this color. I can't be any other color. At the same token, I feel as though a lot of us have this self-hatred for each other. And it's like, it is only skin deep. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. It's only skin deep.
Well, let's look at this. This is one of the lyrics of one of my favorite artists. Rest in peace, Mr. Pop Smoke. He has a famous song called Hello. And in that song, he says, I like my women, red bone, butt fat, jello, light skin, yellow, I'm iced out, hello, I'm the king of New York, mellow. And it's a very popular song. And if you see the first part, I like my women, red bone. Everybody
Absolutely.
likes that, but the jello and light skin. Could it be sometimes the media puts that out there? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they can tell you what to like subliminally. Sometimes, you know, what's in fashion, some people are like, okay, so Pop Smoke want the high yellow woman or whatever and stuff like that. That's what I see, mostly modeling and stuff like that. So that's what's hot.
I think that, yes, it is social media, but I think we are still in mental incarceration when it comes to ourselves. Okay, we are still competing with the house nigger, and the house nigger still competing with the field nigger. But what we don't realize is the perspective that we take on the color of each other's skin. We actually treat people like that. Like, I know most of us on here are darker in melanin. Sorry. But in all actuality, how many times have we heard this person's acting light skin? How many times what is that? How are they acting light skinned, right? That's a perspective that we are putting out there. I've told my friends before, if Beyonce came out on the scene and she was my complexion, Tyrone's complexion, Lynn complexion, she would not be as popular as she is. But we support that because in a way, we really believe that lighter skin, or we are mentally trained to believe that lighter skin is prettier. This is why people talk about, I want a mixed baby, and it's because we actually are still mentally incarcerated with that. The problem with that is it just looks different to us because we're saying it to each other. Does that make sense? But if a white person were to say it to us, everybody be tripping. We'd be marching downtown somewhere.
One second. Vic says, did y'all vote for the Great White Hope like I did? Vic, who is the Great White Hope and where did this vote?
You talking about Larry Bird or something?
Come on, Trump.
What, Vic? Really, Vic?
He's talking about Donald Trump. I think he's talking about Donald Trump, but
he must have been talking about Larry Bird.
But go ahead, go ahead, guys. Finish up. It's on you, Tyrone.
So, like for your initial lead in. Why do we hate each other? I don't know that we hate each other. I think it gets portrayed that we hate each other more than we do. Because especially your circle too. In my circle, I don't see a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see a lot of us hating each other. You know, I see a lot of love. It's getting better from what I've been seeing. Aside from what you see in the media that Chicago, all black people in Chicago. I ain't never been to Chicago. I don't live in Chicago. I ain't never seen nobody. I ain't feeling no other black person. But if you listen to the media and to some of us, we're the worst thing ever. And it's a bunch of us in college. It's a bunch of us doing positive stuff, and we don't. A lot of times, I think, we don't acknowledge progress the way we should. We got some issues, but
so are you saying that because there's progress that colorism is not real? I guess I don't know if that's what you're not saying. That's not real, but are you saying that colorism is not in existence in the United States of America?
No, colorism is real, but colorism that's all over the world. You go to India's colorism.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
All over the world, there's colorism.
Absolutely.
Discrimination on color. I mean, so it's not a unique thing to us. So that's why a lot of times you put it on us like we're so crazy. It's not a unique thing. On my football team, there's this white kid who's white as a ghost. And the white kids clown him to death because he's so pale, you know. And they do the same thing to each other, you know. The Irish, they got clowned for being pale and pasty and having red hair. The white, they say they don't. I didn't know this. They say redheads don't have a soul, you know. Yeah, something that they said. So I'm saying, like, a lot of times people think on us like we're so wrong and we're so weird, but everybody does these things. It's just it's cultural.
And I get it. I just guess the thing about it is the struggle within ourselves often, you know, it keeps us down. Yes, there's progress, right? But simple things like a fair-skinned person and a dark-skinned person going back and forth because that person's fair-skinned, or two women being in the same room, and that beautiful chocolate woman can be just as beautiful as that fair-skinned person. I just think that cookie cutter beauty needs to stop with this skin. That's me. But yes, it happens everywhere. As someone whose family's from the island, most definitely it happens. But to sit here and say it's not in existence or hey, it's everywhere, so is bad. Like when I was growing up, a dark-skinned Barbie doll, unacceptable. She would have like the matted hair and her makeup wouldn't. It just was horrible. It was a horrible looking doll. Hey, Lynn, you're muted. Sorry.
I said, how about Cabbage Patch Kids? Remember?
Oh, it was so bad. It was
hard to get a Cabbage Patch Kid that was dark because, you know, you didn't want that. So I had to get a blonde hair, blue eyed, you know, Ansel man.
Well, I still didn't, but
you know what I mean?
So,
like,
but that kind of goes to what I was saying. Now go to the store, you see a lot of cool black dolls.
Yeah.
That look. That's what I mean by sometimes we like. So now let's promote that instead of saying like, oh, there's Cabbage Patch. I mean, let's celebrate what is right now. So I think sometimes we don't do that enough in conversation. We
have to figure out why we were so that we don't repeat the same errors.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I'm just saying I'm just injecting that part. Like sometimes let's talk about what's going on now too.
I
think whatever you smoking is laced tonight.
Be laughing at that.
Whatever you smoking tonight, Vic, is laced, and we need you to go get.
It's just crack. Just pure crack.
Rolling.
That's all it is, crack. Put the pipe down. That's what that is. Look. Can I weigh in a little bit?
Go ahead, Uncle Kane.
We actually do have like a hate epidemic amongst the people of our own color, and it happens for a myriad of reasons. You have status, you have socioeconomic status, you have classes in this country, you have basically money. Money is a big one. And then all the way down to religion, and there's a bunch of reasons that we actually matter of fact, one of the biggest reasons, and we saw this today, you cannot critique or criticize someone without them beginning their feelings about it and then beginning to hate you. And this is something that's happened on a very regular basis. You remember back in the day where you could get beat by the neighbor? You could get beat by the neighbor coming home.
Oh, yeah.
And then once you got home, you got beat again.
It was a community raising. It was a community.
We ain't been like that in 15 years.
It'll be a Facebook fight now. Maybe you hit
right. Matter of fact, it'd be and one of the biggest things that's caused this is social media clout. Everybody wants to be big dick. Females too.
You gotta elaborate on what you mean, Uncle Kane.
Oh, what I mean by big dick? All right.
Oh, I didn't hear dick. Oh, you said big
dick. He sure did. That's why I was like,
that's exactly what I said.
To repeat that. That's exactly what I looked into it.
Okay, let me say it this way. Everybody wants to have the biggest penis, and that includes females. And that's an irritatingly.
No, I'm good.
Okay, good.
Hey,
my hair down to my knees.
I'm good.
I'm not into that
at all.
Okay, look. Yeah, I mean, if we want to go all the way nasty now, look. Dudes want to have the biggest dicks. Females want to have the wettest pussy on Facebook.
See, that's
all I'm saying, though. No, I'm using that as a shocking. No, it's a bit shocking. But what I'm saying is, it's not good that you have it. It's just got to be the best. You see what I'm saying? You have to be viewed and seen as better than everyone else. That's like rampant across this platform, especially Facebook. When it comes to Facebook and Twitter, you got to be like the best. Like, and after a while, if you're not viewed as the best, you do start hating on folks.
So is that based on color? Since that's where we are.
Yeah.
So you're saying
white folks, what I noticed that white folks don't do it.
You're saying the view on social media, in order to fit the category to be the best, it includes being a certain color. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, let me ask you this. At home, do you have that problem?
No, but my family dynamic is very, very mixed. Very.
No, okay. I'm asking everybody.
One of the darkest
do you have that problem at home?
Well, I don't think we would have that family at home because you have somebody you've chosen to be with, and you've already connected, and you're with
That's
somebody
what I'm
you've chosen
connection.
To be with.
All right. So what? So now your connection on social media is relegated to whatever characters you type on the screen, whatever video you put up.
Okay, Uncle Kane,
and now white folks,
I don't get it.
We don't see that with white folks as much as we see it amongst each other.
Then forget it.
I don't be watching them like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, we don't. I mean, but can we say this? And nothing against because we have white people in our group and we love our white.
No, not.
Well. But what I'm saying is, I mean, there are different shades of whites, but not like black shades. There are different shades of black. There is dark skinned, and you got Wu-Tang. Go listen to Wu-Tang Ice Cream if you don't know all the shades. Black butter pecan.
Butter pecan.
Caramel sundaes. Chocolate deluxe. You
don't forget
about that white chocolate caramel.
Hold on, guys, because I got to bring that back. I cannot believe I messed up one of the most iconic lyrics. T, do you know that lyric?
Ice cream truck.
Exactly.
Vanilla butter
pecan chocolate deluxe.
Look at us. Look at us.
Caramel
sundae. A song we like, we all start singing it.
On my ice cream.
I love us.
Right. So
we all just had.
So we as black people, we have so many. Because I think Kane, you were saying that white people don't do this the same. Yeah, they may not, but we have so many different flavors of our melanin. We have.
I don't believe that.
Honestly, I don't care if they do it.
Right.
I'm concerned about our people. That's it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love white folks, but I'm concerned about our people because we do it to ourselves.
I don't believe that. We always say.
Okay, so wait, y'all lost me. So are we saying that we believe that to be best and to be on top?
Hold on 1 second. Everybody, bring it back. Because we have a little bit. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
What is that noise?
Yeah, right. So I had to clear the feedback, and we got to go back to one person going at a time because with the feedback and everybody talking, everybody at home probably can only hear. That's all they probably all can hear. So we got to bring it back. I think we're on Black Pearl. Black Pearl is on you.
I feel like we kind of went way off, and part of it, and let's be real, is because you said something about a dick, and everybody done lost it. What? The topic here is colorism, right? You went to social media. So are you saying that some of us have the mentality that to be the best, you have to be closer to the white man's skin? Is that what you're saying? Because being dark skinned, even though it is accepted now, it's accepted through things like movies like Black Panther and things like that, right? But that doesn't mean when we go out into the real world, a girl looks at someone and goes, oh, he fine, and he all light skinned, look at it. Still happens. So are you saying that we believe in order to be the best, we can't be a dark chocolate woman or a dark chocolate man? Is that what you're saying?
Okay. All right. So let's look at the trends of the last couple of weeks. All right. They had a picture of very melanated young lady, beautiful lady from Africa. She charges, I think they say she charges $10,000 an hour for a photo shoot.
Gorgeous
lady. Why is that news?
Because it's new.
It's not, but look, no. She's not new. She's been here.
That doesn't mean she's been popular. It doesn't mean that people saw her as beautiful. Like you have to, okay, well, maybe it didn't work like that for men. So let me speak from a woman's point of view. Okay. From a woman's point of view, whenever someone is considered beautiful or the thing, she's fair skinned, right? But at the same time, when a woman has high standards and she's fair skinned, it's because she's fair skinned. There's still things going on with colorism, at least, and that's why I said let me just talk about it from a woman's point of view. Not to say it's not in a men's. I'm not saying that men don't experience it, but again, I can't. But I'm telling you from experience, from seeing, and my keyword again is from experience. You can have two women in a room and they're both beautiful because we're all beautiful in our own way when you really get down to it. And the fair-skinned person will get more of the attention. The Latino mixed person will get more of the attention. Booty looks better on a fair-skinned woman to some men, to some men, than the dark-skinned woman. It is what it is.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. Not even in the least. I'm saying why.
So that's what I'm asking y'all.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying why.
I'm gonna throw a perfect example out here before Tyrone gets back on. And the Beehive is going. The Beehive.
Go ahead now, because it's the truth.
I'm sorry. Look,
Monsieur
Kelly Rowland looks better than Beyonce. Go ahead.
Why is it that Kelly Rowland is not getting the love that a Beyonce does not get?
Because she look better than Beyonce.
Because Kelly Rowland.
Kelly Rowland is beautiful.
Because Kelly Rowland. I mean, because that's what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of times dark-skinned people do get the back seat.
Well, okay, I'll go deeper than that. Why Jennifer Hudson's voice lays it down, but because she's dark-skinned, she does not get the same looks, the same pull as Beyonce.
Jennifer Hudson.
You heard me.
Yeah.
Don't do that, Tyrone. Don't you do that. Don't you do it, Miss Jennifer Hudson voice.
J-Hood.
I thought she was dark. I thought she was like brown. Like,
and the crazy thing about it,
when she hit you with that, I am telling you.
And I'm like, what you telling me?
Okay, yeah, let me listen. Yeah.
How many songs does she have? She don't write songs.
Vanessa, they gonna get you. Hey, Vanessa, you my sis, but them Beehive coming for you. They gonna get you, girl. They gonna get you. So we want to hear from my guest Rambo Lynn. What do you have to
say? You come to me. What happened?
It's Tyrone first. It's Tyrone first.
Sorry about that. I did say Tyrone. I did say that. My bad, Tyrone.
No, so what I was gonna say was I think it's different between genders, because for me, as a dark-skinned black man, being dark-skinned has always been an asset. I could pull any girl.
Right.
If you're a light-skinned, curl-haired dude, I'm pulling for you. Because it's always been an asset. Ooh, well, up until once Wesley hit, before Wesley, it was like, oh, you black. Ugh.
Yeah. African booty.
Back in the day, I can't agree with you, Tyrone, because once I was coming up, now it did get to a point where we start coming up. But when I first started coming up, it was like, hey, how you doing? Oh, you a black burnt biscuit.
But once that puberty hit and people started seeing what it was,
right? But people at home in the comments put a heart sign or something if you done heard that term, black burnt biscuit.
No, we in New York heard African booty scratcher. That's what we heard.
African booty scratcher, exactly.
That's what we heard. And I'm like, what do you mean? We just walk around scratching our booty because we dark skinned? What does that mean?
Yeah, like dark skinned dudes didn't get on to about like late 90s, early 2000s.
And this is why I said that when I talk about colorism, and then I know it's Rambo Lens. When I talk about colorism, though I am a brown skinned woman, it happens on both sides. I am one of the darkest people in my family. The majority of my family are fair skinned, and they have those same issues just on the opposite side. You know, like we believe everything is easier because the person is fair skinned. I even went to high school. Well, actually, Lynn and I both went to high school with a girl who used to come in and look very orange and painted because she was trying to look darker or she was trying to look tan, and she was a black person like we were. It happens on both sides. I just don't understand why.
Exactly. Before we move on, hold on, Tyrone. Hold on, because my sister Vanessa came on and she said I've experienced colorism from both sides, and I want to bring this up because Vanessa, that's my sister. You know, she's married to my brother. Shout out to Fish. Shout out to Brandon. That's my brother. She's married to him, and Vanessa is a light-skinned woman, and I can see what she's saying because I can see how some people may say, oh, well, dark-skinned women may say, oh, well, she ain't black enough to be African, or the light-skinned or white people may say, hey, oh, okay, well, you still black, so you don't fit in with us. You know, exactly. She just put it in right there. I'm not black enough for my black friends' family, so I'm not at all. And white people definitely know I'm not white. So exactly what I was saying. I mean, somebody like my sister's point of view right here. Some people are stuck in the middle. My son is of mixed race, and I know for a fact sometimes he gets, oh well, where you're not black, but then you're not white. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people, our people are stuck in the middle. Why do we do? I mean, because we're dancing around the topic. Let's bring it. Anybody know?
Well, that comes from back there where I'm from.
We supposed to let Rambo
in Louisiana. It was one drop.
All right, Lynn, it's on
one
you.
drop.
So Lynn, I'm gonna come at you with the Jada kiss. Why they let the president win the election? Come on, pay attention.
You all of the questions, and honestly, I don't know exactly why. I know that I was sitting here thinking about like the Halle Berry, and I was thinking about Halle Berry. She's mixed, right? And when she was in Boomerang, she was like at the pinnacle of beauty. And I can't front. Halle Berry was a bad mother. Shut your mouth. She was bad, right? But then you also and then you look at women like I think about like Angela Bassett, who just turned. I don't even know how old that lady is. 56. She's still young. She looks like she fine wine. So in actuality, it's like the spectrum. I think lately, because we're in this BLM situation where we all matter in that respect, all colors, the whole melanin rainbow matters. I think it's getting a little bit less us and them against them, us against us, like you were saying. I think it's a little bit less, especially in this generation that's growing up now, like my son's generation. They all go to school with people of all colors. You know what I mean? I can honestly remember, I don't know, we and Erica went to the same high school. I don't remember there being that many white people at that school.
Yeah, but the white people still were down with us. Don't play.
Of course.
Don't play. Don't play.
It is what it is. But what I'm saying is that my son is growing up with, kids of all colors, kids of all, there's that mixy thing, like that generation where black and white got together and now they got, mixed situation, like, all the Kardashians got all their kids is all different, all that mixture where it kind of like muddies up a little.
But you still have people who are hurting themselves and bleaching their skin.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, Sammy Sosa went from being my complexion to being white as a sheep. So at the end of the day, it's all about it's like self-hate.
But does that mean that we're getting subliminal messages that the look, the color of success It's closer to white.
Now we are talking. Black Pearl hit it right on the head. We are always getting that subliminal message. I remember watching Hidden Colors, and one thing that Dr. Umar Johnson said was that even in Japanese culture, when you watch a Japanese movie, all you see are the fair-skinned Japanese people up there. They're trained in martial arts and things like that. Somebody took a trip to the highest temple or whatever, and the highest master was of dark skin. They went to Australia. When you see Australia, you see Crocodile Dundee. The only thing you see is
Aborigines.
Good eye, Mike. You see the people with the big mics, and you get this because is it that somebody doesn't want you to see that we're everywhere?
I think we tend to forget.
I was in the Philippines.
Everywhere.
We are. But we tend to forget that in order to have the absence of color, you have to start with color. There is no absence of color if you didn't start off with color. And I think we fail to remember that.
Right. But we've been, but when they've come over here and put into slavery, this mentality has been beaten into us, whether you have the house nigga, field nigga, and we've been bred into competition. So, I remember back in the day, if somebody light skinned, somebody dark skinned may resent them because like, look at them, pretty ass. They got it.
Yeah, but that's your perspective.
They got it easy. They got it made. They ain't come up from the mud like us, son. Look, they do that. So we start to kind of. Am I being a little bit right? We start to kind of.
No, you're absolutely correct. But here's the problem, and here what the problem was back in the day as well. House slave, outside slave. We're both slaves. Yeah. We're outside getting beat and we're in the sun, and the people who's inside getting raped and getting beat. We are all slaves.
Everybody's struggling. Everybody going through hell.
And I think that's the problem. Like, oh, they think they pretty. No, you think they pretty. You get what I'm saying? They didn't have to go through the mud. No, but they was getting raped. They was having children for massa. They was doing stuff they didn't want to do. They was getting beat and told to shut up. They were getting things shoved up in them to experiment. We all had a struggle. It just looks different. But at the end of the day, it is the same. We are not even really black. Ain't a thing black about my skin. I ain't dirty.
Race is not real. Race is not a real thing.
I am just a different level of melanin in my body. Compared to someone else, it's just at a different level of my skin. But if you really look at it, a fair-skinned person and a dark-skinned person has the same amount of melanin in their body. It just sits at a different part of their skin, the layers of their skin. So at the end of the day, a light-skinned person is not doing better. They just light-skinned.
Let me say this. I'm talking a lot. I usually don't do a lot of talking as host. But I'm so passionate about this. Let me say this. Melanin is not melanin does produce things that shows up in skin, yes, but melanin is about the soul. Melanin is in your soul. It's something that we as black people are blessed to have. And no disrespect to my white brothers, some of my closest partners are white, but what I'm saying is we have albino person. Can you see that they're black and they have just as much soul? They can get to the beat, to the drum and everything. How do you explain that? It's in the soul. It's in the soul. So we're fighting the same fight. We're jumping the same hurdles. We just have to see it for ourselves because we've been set up. We've been set up like a chessboard. Oh, they dark skin. Oh, look at that dirty nigga. They they light skin. Look, they got it so easy. Oh my God, they ain't never got to go through nothing. And we're set up against each other. And at the same time, they hate us just the same.
And we
what one of the biggest problems is?
Oh, hold on, Uncle Kane, breaking it back to Pearl. Hold on, Pearl.
Oh, go ahead, Pearl.
I think that we need to pause and realize the magic of the human is in their soul, not in their skin. Because what happens to the person who gets burned? Do they lose their magic? They don't lose their magic. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is why I'm always like, we're right here when we're looking at people. We're right here. But what about the root of the person? That can be some magical shit when you really get to know somebody. I think we forget that.
So, Lynn, excuse me, Uncle Kane, coming back to you, Kane, because I see you pondering some shit.
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you, one of our biggest problems is dealing with our people. We sold so much of our souls into commercialism. Like, people don't realize you were taught what was pretty.
Yeah. What? Come on now, Uncle. Come on now.
You was taught what looked good. You was taught was attractive.
Amen.
And that's why I used that shocking analogy earlier. Biggest penis, wettest pussy.
Come on
We
now.
was taught that.
Someone.
That's not half of that stuff ain't even
Someone said-
natural. I'm saying that half of that stuff ain't even natural. We was taught that stuff was nasty looking. We was taught that stuff was not good. Matter of fact, in the 1400s, if you were skinny, you was sick.
Yeah.
Well, that's all
People
over.
don't realize that. If you was dark skinned, that meant that you had blessing from God in some of those cultures over there in Africa.
Oh yeah.
Then we got here and we were taught
Oh
that
yeah.
the fairer your skin looked, the more bronze your skin looked, the better off you were.
But do you know the original lesson when they handed us that Bible and told us that our Savior is white?
No. I'm gonna tell you, and that's look.
We get into it. We bring it into it.
Look, we can do that one. Look, we can do that one. But the craziest part about it is, they handed y'all some more books and told y'all that y'all forsaked y'all original heritage in Africa, one that y'all wouldn't even honor today. Now you could like I said, you can tell me that okay, well the Bible was given to you by a white man, but baby, the oldest Bible in the world is owned by black folks in Ethiopia.
Well, we did not know that then. We didn't know that then. We know that now. You know how many
but that's
people,
what I'm saying. Knowledge is
you
power.
know how many people
but
were
we
taught
hold
that
on
Ben
to that
Franklin's
fact.
the one that created things, and it wasn't him; it was his slave. We was taught that. Now we're able to see that. We were not
That's
able
what
to
I'm
see that
saying.
before.
But that's what I'm saying though. People say that knowledge is power, but we hang on to knowledge that we want to hang on to.
I'm just being
because
real
every time I turn around, I'm sorry. What'd you say? I'm sorry. I ain't hear.
I said I'm being very real with you. I did not just find out because I'm first generation. I did not just find out these things that things in the Bible. I didn't just find that out. We had to keep that on the hush because it wasn't acceptable.
Right, because it wasn't acceptable.
Like
I get it.
My family still does there's that thing called Lynn will probably know, where you take water and you do you drop it in honor of your ancestors. I cannot remember what it's called right now. You take your rum and your liquor and you still do that. But if you were to tell a Christian person that, they would say that's a sin. You can't do that.
Voodoo.
That's because if you tell somebody, look,
hold on, I know you got some passion for it, but we got to let other people speak. Lynn, we haven't heard from you in a while. Lynn 50 Cent back there. The track to explode on. Lynn, I'm trying to. Come
on, Lynn.
Okay, so Lynn, you muted yourself. You got to come on.
I muted myself because Erica was going to, a black girl was going to church, and I was like, I just got to sit back here and just just hug myself. But it's just so much. I mean, I'm first generation African. My mother and father from Ghana, West Africa. Right. So I mean, there's so many different things that I can't say. Like people always say, "Oh, you're African American," and I'm like, "No, I'm Ghanaian American," because I know my mother and father from Ghana. I was born here; they're from Ghana. So that's the first thing. We gotta stop calling people black and white. I think that's another thing we gotta stop doing. Black and white. Yes. Stop doing that. Own it. Yeah. I'm not saying everybody needs to go to ancestry.com and find out exactly where you're from.
I do. I think so.
Yeah, you do.
But no, I don't. Again, I said I'm not saying that you have to. I'm not saying that you should. But I'm saying that once you own who you really are, then nobody can't take that away from you. And there's a pride that comes in that, and that pride makes it so that you don't have to not like somebody because they're light skinned or they're dark skinned. Because guess what? Most of those people, some of them light-skinned people, they got the same DNA you got. They come from the same place you come from. And until we get to a point where we understand that we're not monolithic, we have lots of different ways this thing went. You know what I mean? Until we get to a point where we love each other, besides the fact that we are from different places and things like that. I mean, at the end of the day, the West African coast, that whole thing, that's where a lot of us came from, the West African coast. So when they brought us here, the first thing they did was they took away our language, our religion, and our way of life, because that right there is going to make you try to survive by any means necessary. If that means being a crab in a barrel, that's what you're going to do. And until we get to a point where we all say, you know what, We're not doing that anymore. You're Cameroonian. You're from Benin. You're from Nigeria. You have these roots that are bigger than you, and no one can take that away from you. So we get there. That's what's going to stop us from looking at each other and saying, "Oh, you light skin or you dark skin," because it really does not matter. I love you regardless of the color of your skin.
Bravo.
You couldn't have said it better, Rambo.
Yeah.
Man. You couldn't have said it better.
She said,
Vanessa said, what I didn't like growing up was having to pick other on race sections on tests. But what I'm saying is, why do they even have those sections? Why do they even put race?
That's what I'm
saying.
Like, this is something that's baked into your mentality.
Why do they even put? I mean, like you go for a job, right? Like, oh, he's black. He's not going to work.
Watch this one. Watch this one here. Did you? Which one did you learn first? Your social security number or what color they deemed you to be?
Color.
Your color, of course.
You own your color at birth.
No, watch it. No, it gets deeper than that.
Told me what I was.
Did you learn that you was dark skin or light skin first, or did you learn that your social security number first?
Dude, there are people in where the ink as a baby can't even survive, and the outside of their thing says okay.
You're right. No, but I'm saying, like, did you learn that you was dark skin or light skin, whichever one you are, before you learned your social or after? Some kids know that they're dark skin before they even realize what their birthday is.
Yeah, I had
that's baked in. That's a baked in mentality thing.
Yeah, that was in first grade.
Matter of fact, if you matter of fact, we got two teachers up here on standardized tests. When you do your SATs, ACT, one of the questions up there is, what race do you identify as?
Yeah.
Right.
Why?
And if you don't answer, you get.
What's the importance of it?
So they can have data on how good and well your race does.
No, those tests are not made for us.
Right. That's another question. The IQ test.
Yeah,
all these things were not.
No, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are. I did well on the SAT and the ACT.
That doesn't mean it wasn't made for you. It was made for you. It just means you did well.
No, that means that we
wasn't married, but here we are.
Look, with them two teachers up here, I do not believe that it's stuff that black folks can't do.
Hold on, and Victor Shalaka, hold on.
I don't believe it.
And Victor Shalaka, if y'all can see that picture right there, we got a picture of Mr. Shalaka right there. And I know you did not think. I think darker brothers are get more love than us light skinned. Who is us?
You're not light skinned.
Don't do that. Don't do. Who is us, Mr. Shalaka?
Look at yourself without the circle of light that you got shining.
Who is us? Look, you better come jump on this dark skin boat with us.
You as dark as my flip flop.
You better jump on this boat with us. Don't try.
If he believes it,
don't try.
Let him own it. If he believes it, let him own it.
Come on, brother. You in denial, brother. Come on, brother.
Denial not just in Egypt.
Bro, this is your color. This is your color, bro.
He thought,
we not doing that.
Get away with it. He was like, "Oh, they done forgot about that." No, we not gonna let you forget about that here.
No, bro. That's your color, bro.
All right.
He drank the
Hold on. But that's to say, I think he drank the ECU Kool-Aid.
They told him he was light skinned at ECU.
I love it.
They told him he was light skinned at ECU.
No, man. No, hey, look, I'm sorry, Mr. Shalak. It ain't that much tanning in the world, man. You got it's not that much tanning in the world. He talk.
Listen, folks. If you tan and you dark, that means you dark. The color you are when you tan, that's your color, brother. You dark skinned, sorry.
But that's what I'm saying. We're doing that right now, though, because it shouldn't matter.
So my question to all of you, because we were talking about colorism, do you feel that your family instilled the love, I'm assuming we all have love for your skin tone? Did your family instill that in you? Because my parents did an excellent job of doing that. I've never said to myself, I wish I was light skinned. Never have I said that. Because my family kind of went ham on how beautiful the darker skin was and how you don't get old fat. With the dark
Black don't crack. Black don't crack.
So I don't.
That's what it's all about, man. It's all about how you raise your people.
Right.
Because really, with an inferiority complex, I remember what my folks told me. The only person that can make you feel inferior is yourself. Yourself. Because I've never felt I don't feel inferior to nobody. I don't have that complex. people go around feeling inferior, and then they act out and do all this other stuff. If you're confident in yourself and you know who you are, you good,
That's
man.
right.
Like,
right.
Like when I was a kid, I was reading about Musa. On my family had black encyclopedias, and at my grandma's house,
Right.
I knew about this stuff. And I was in social studies giving them hell, like, no, wrong, you know. And they were like, "What are you talking about, yo?" You know. So if we give our kids knowledge, you know, like my daughter, I gave her little books, and she knows about Black history and knows about us. And she can give them hell on social studies. They say the wrong stuff. She on their ass.
I will say this: my family
too.
My family never really. My family pretty much instilled in me and my sister like to work hard. They never really brought up race too much, but they did make it known to us like, look, you black, you're gonna have to work harder. You can't get away with XYZ. You're gonna have to really work your ass off. It wasn't until, and Tyrone, you're gonna love this, but it wasn't until I went to Elizabeth City.
Let it out, bro.
Elizabeth City.
Elizabeth City.
Give me a Viking pride at the end of that thing.
It wasn't until I went to Elizabeth City where I was around a lot of different mind frames and mindsets that I started to learn about how powerful, you know, black people were. And that's not taking anything away from my family. My family, I love my family. They taught us what they knew. Work hard, go out there and get your education, because it wasn't given so privy to the generations before. But when I got to Elizabeth City, I learned about things. My professors, you know, have y'all ever had that professor that come up to you and he's, hey brother, come on in, my brother, and stuff like that. I forgot his name, but I had professors and things like that were so enriched in our heritage and things like that. And I started to get little nuggets, which I started to learn about our blackness and things like that. So that's where I started to learn and really gain knowledge of blackness.
ECU experience, baby.
Yeah, that was one thing.
He said it was one thing.
I learned the black experience of how to play spades.
We learned how to play spades at high school, right, Lynn?
Right.
In the cafeteria, like
on the bus,
killing them.
Shoot, look, and cut it so hard that it slammed on the table. Pow!
That's right.
That's another black experience right there. Spades. Everybody know how to play. Oh Lord, have mercy.
I do not know how to play spades. Y'all cut it out. I was reading while they was playing spades. Okay, you can't take my gangster card. You can't take my black card.
We can't take your black card, but we can take your gangster card for that.
Let me tell you why. In my family,
she been punished for 5 seconds for not knowing how to play spades. I had you muted.
Know what time it is.
Say it again. I had you muted.
I said, in my family, you got killed at the spades table. Cards was a real motherfucking deal. So I didn't even want to know how to play. I read a book. When they was playing spades, I was reading. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all be taking shit too serious for me. Play Uno or some shit like that. We need to have fun.
No.
So as we wrap up, because we're getting to that hour, what's the solution here? Is there a solution here?
This is the solution. Whoever gets the best memes win. That's what it is.
Oh my God, I can't.
Back.
I just gotta. Hey, look, this is for all the middle school years and everything that y'all chose the light skin. No, I'm joking. Hey, everybody, like we said before, man. Everybody's jumping the same hurdles. Everybody's running the same race. Love each other, y'all. But I do have a question for the ladies. If this brother was in your inbox, he's dark skinned. Would y'all? Hey, if thanks for the ad, beautiful was a person, would you give him some play?
Oh, he got to break some bread.
What in the world is going on right now? I didn't even know what to say. I'm staring at his head.
Mr. DeBoer, you remember Mr. Bullwinkle?
He got to break some bread. Why his hair look like that?
We're gonna have another episode. Why is it so bad to be courteous now? People, ladies, y'all hate when guys do that. Thanks for the ad, beautiful. So why is it gotta be? Why is this man come to mind when y'all think about stuff like that? I know we off topic, but I just had to know. So somebody say thanks for the ad.
You're saying being kind or being polite is bad? That's what you're saying?
Listen, and can't get it. No day of the week. So at the end of the day, dark skin, light skin, the answer is no.
No.
So y'all don't like so if you accept somebody's ad, whether they dark skin or light skin, you just want them to just be quiet, just keep it moving. Don't be like, thanks for the ad, beautiful.
Oh, I don't. I don't care. Really, really, really. I'm done with you, Uncle Kane. Stop playing.
I think tonight we did touch on some other topics, like we touched the earth on some other topics that I think would be very good. We started to dive into some other avenues, the roots, why we have certain mind frames, why certain things went certain ways, and I think we definitely had we touched on a couple of topics that could bring us a plethora of shows that we can bring to the people. So when we definitely go behind closed doors, we're going to discuss that and some things that we can bring to the people. I definitely enjoyed the show tonight. We are at that hour, so at this time we're going to go through and give final thoughts. So we're gonna start with Uncle Kane, and don't go down the dick road.
Please, or the wet.
I ain't. That was a momentary analogy, just for shock value.
It worked.
Hold on a minute. Done messed up something. Okay, I'm back now. But no, look, I don't care if you light skin, dark skin, love each other. You know, I'm a practicing Christian. I mean, my parents instilled in me not to be, we'll say, I'm not Malcolm X Black. I know of them. I learned to study them. Marcus Garvey and Martin Luther King. I love all people. And that's what I was taught. Doesn't matter how God doesn't love you any less if you have less or more melanin. So I can't love you any more or less if you have less or more melanin. And that's all I got to say about it.
All right. Brother Tyrone, it's on you.
Man, so this topic, man, is crazy. There's a lot to say. But I really just think when we talk about colors and race, once you learn that race isn't even real, it's a social construct anyway. Before the transatlantic slave trade, I challenge you to find anywhere where it's black man, white man documented anywhere. It didn't exist. We're just human beings. As far as us as black people discriminating on color, it doesn't make sense. Okay, none of us get into no Klan meeting. You can't get into a Klan meeting. we all together. You know, we ain't none of us get into a Klan meeting.
No need to RSVP because they didn't send you the invite.
No, y'all don't know that it was a dude up there on YouTube where he got into a Klan meeting. He was undercover. He was undercover in the Klan.
And they made a movie about him.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Tyrone.
But go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, so we all people, and I think we should take everybody on an individual basis and not a group basis anyway. I look at you, if you're real, if you're not real, if you're a good person, I rise with you. Whether you're dark, white, black, green, that's how we gotta look at human beings, man, as human beings and not colors and races and all of that. So that's my take, man. Just love each other. Do it on an individual basis, man. All this group thing is killing us out here.
Oh yeah. T, it's on you, Lady T.
Well, tonight I was kind of quiet because I wanted to take in everybody's experience. I have a large family. My mom have a lot of kids, and with the same mother and father, some of us came out light, some of us came out dark. We was always taught if one fight, all fight. If all don't fight, all get their ass whooped. So me growing up, it was more of a financial status, you know, rich or poor. It wasn't about the shade of our skin. But when I moved to the South and I started seeing more white people, then it became a nature of who was light and who was dark. But when I lived in the city, we didn't have to deal with that because we all was just different shades. You know, your parents had what your parents had. You was just poor or rich. So I wanted to just take in everybody's experience because I did not experience that until I came deeper south, where they started to pin us against each other rather than being brothers and sisters. It was like, oh, you the light-skinned one or you the dark-skinned one.
Yeah.
But in my household, I didn't experience that. We was equal. You can get your ass whooped if you don't stand up for your family.
Right.
Period.
Right. Agreed.
So I sat back to see what everybody else's experience was because, you know, I was privileged not to have so much bias. It was more of a financial level, like you got money or you don't got money. They didn't really care what you look like. But you gotta love each other. Like, love yourself. Find out what you are, what's comfortable with you, what you like. Y'all see me up here with braids, with weed. I don't care. It's all me. Once you love yourself, it's easy for you to accept other individuals. You're not comparing one person to another person because you love them or you hate them or you don't like them. And you move on. It doesn't affect you. But we spend so much time battling with ourselves that we cannot battle what the real problem is because we keep stopping ourselves competing with each other over nothing. So when we can mend together and be like, you're human, I'm human, this is our struggle, period, then we can move on to fight other things. But that's it. Y'all know how I do. Be blessed. If nobody told you today they love you, I love you. Be safe out there.
I love you too, boo boo.
All right. Thank you so much. And our guest tonight, Miss Lynn, it is on you for your final thoughts for the evening.
My final thought is give the kindness that you want. Just be kind, be good to each other, respect each other, and we're gonna be all right. If nothing,
we're gonna be all right.
You know what I'm saying? If we didn't learn anything from the last year and a half, it's that we all going through something. So so the color of our skin is at the end of the day, it's the least of our worries. But until we as a people decide that we haven't had enough, we're gonna continue to deal with this. So at the end of the day, we've lost friends, we've lost family, we've lost so much in this time that we've been here. Can we just like not deal with this anymore? Love yourself, love others, show each other kindness, and we should be all good. That's my final.
Hey, what did anybody else feel like it was gonna be like a dope beat to drop after she finished talking?
Black Pearl,
like boom, I'm hard. Yeah, like
I'm about to talk, so I'll send it.
Black Pearl is on you.
I have 2 points. So for myself, I feel like as a woman of color, I've worked fucking hard to fall in love with me, right? And so if what I'm in love with, you're not in love with, it's fine. Keep it popping, keep it moving. I don't need to hear it, right? Because your lack of love is not going to reduce my love. You understand what I'm saying? It's just not. And I think in life, I've also learned, because I really agree with T. When I came down to the South, I was like, wow, y'all still worried about stuff like this? We so worried about the tone of our skin. We're not even realizing we're getting fucked over because we're not paying attention to the tone of someone's soul. We're not paying attention to the tone.
That's my sister. She said that shit in English, but I said it in cursive.
She said it with her chest.
So while you excited, wait a minute, while you're excited because you digging out someone's back because you got the light-skinned girl, or you getting your back digged out by the light-skinned guy, you also getting your back digged out by the person that only worked on their light-skinnedness or their dark-skinnedness, right? So pay attention. It goes deeper than what your eyes see. Deception starts in the eyes also. So if all y'all worried about in life is meeting the light-skinned person or the dark-skinned person, I'm asking y'all to look at yourself in the mirror, because there's so much more to life and a person than that. Thanks.
Thank you, Black Pearl. And pretty much what I have to say is just everybody has so many great points. When we think about the Black Panthers, one thing people love to post, and when you think about Black Panthers, what's one statement you love? You see the fist and you see Black Power, but that wasn't all the Panthers said. The Black Panthers didn't just say Black Power. One of their most used quotes was "all power to the people." Not to. I mean, so it was power to this man, power to that man, and power to that man. All power to the people. Love yourselves, love others, no matter your skin tone, no matter your skin color, because at the end of the day, all of us need each other. And one more point, if you watch the movie Judas and the Black Messiah, that brother, he was a part of the Black Panthers, and he went in and he fought for his people. I'm not saying don't fight for your people. Love your skin that you're in, and continue to be an advocate for your people. But what he did, also what he realized, he went into that Confederate building He went into that Spanish building and he went in and he united with them as well. So there's a lot of change that needs to happen within our community, and there's a lot of change that needs to happen with outside of our community as well. We need to come together as a people. All power to the people. And that's all I have to say. So look within yourselves, love each other, love your neighbors, guys. That's the only way we're gonna make it, because times is hard. All right. So home, how did you feel about tonight's show? We've come to the end of another show. We want to
Don't forget about our YouTube.
Yeah. We want to thank Rambo Lynn for coming in. We definitely enjoyed you. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your insight. Tyrone, tell the people what they need to do to find us and where and everything like that.
And remember, no matter what color you are, you can hit that like button. You can subscribe to YouTube, and you can tell a friend about the Good Guy Experience group and invite them on to join and have some fun. You might end up on here talking trash with us.
Amen.
So make sure the group is super fun, man. It's interactive. We always on there, getting it in. So hey, man.
Why they call white power? Why? White power is still good. Just as you don't think white power.
Y'all just got a funny history with that, but hey,
white power's fine.
Yeah. If I hear white power, I don't know.
Power
Make
to
me
the
want to get a gun. I mean, I'm just saying. The Bible said, "Peace be still."
None of that funny stuff.
That's all I'm saying.
History is kind of funny, but hey, whatever. As long as you it's peaceful, but not that history white power.
Yeah.
Bible said, "Peace be still." We knew who it was. Hey, Erica, hey, Black Pearl, look who it was.
Oh, Lord.
I already saw who it was.
Vic, whatever you smoking, tell your connect. Don't bring you no more.
Hey, no. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead on and say it. Hey, stop smoking crack, dude. Look, we don't need crack on the pie on the cast. Look, put the crack pipe down. I mean, getting suspect, dude.
All right, we want to thank y'all for coming out and being a part of the Good Guy Experience. Where the experience is always good, guys. Thank you. We had fun.
Bye,
Cats, please stay on, and we'll see you next week. Peace.